Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Tamra Judge says her mental health isn't strong enough amid backlash from saying she's on the spectrum. Tamra Judge has caught a lot of heat this season for her actions on the Real Housewives of Orange County. In a surprising turn of events, the backlash intensified this week when she claimed she was recently diagnosed as on the spectrum. The 57-year-old shared the news during a chat on her Autism in a podcast with Teddy Mellencamp. While some people shared messages of support with Tamra on social media, many were skeptical of the timing of the admission. On Tuesday evening, the longtime reality TV star issued a statement to let viewers know how she's feeling. "I started therapy because this year has been really hard on me," she candidly wrote. "I started feeling really insecure and I didn't want to leave my house unless I had to. I even considered just being admitted into a mental health facility," the Bravo celebrity added. Tamra shares why she revealed what her therapist told her. Tamra went on to say that she learned a lot about herself throughout her conversations with her therapist. "Like how I process information, my sensory issues, my social anxiety, my aversion to eye contact with new people, my not wanting to be out of my routine." The podcast host said she recognizes that on the spectrum is a broad term and admitted that she doesn't really understand it fully. She then delved into her podcast appearance and how she spoke with her therapist before filming the podcast, and her head was spinning from what she had said. "I had no time to process things or even talk to my family. I was just back at work." Tamra said she even questioned whether to remove that segment from the podcast, but she had been so accustomed to being open with viewers about her life. However, she realizes she spoke too soon publicly and admitted that processing this with such an onslaught of negative comments has been horrible. Tamra then opened up about how she doesn't like to look weak or play the victim, and revealed that she's working on herself to be a better person for me and the people around me. Tamra claims this is her real life. She also addressed the criticism that she was using this as a storyline on RHOC. "This isn't some storyline, it's my real life." While she appreciates the amazing people who reached out, she thinks it's best to move forward more privately until I get to a better mental place. The mother of four said that her mental health is just not strong enough where I can be judged and hated on right now. Tamra has been prominent during RHOC Season 18, which has featured some of the most dramatic storylines in years. In the most recent episode, the cast went to London to celebrate Shannon Beater's birthday, but there was high drama when Tamra trashed Shannon during the first cast dinner. The developments are expected to spill into the next handful of episodes as the season winds down. Tamra Judge, the sharp-tongued and always candid star of the Real Housewives of Orange County, has never shied away from controversy. But recently, the Bravo personality has found herself at the center of a storm that's rattled her mental health. In a raw and vulnerable moment, Tamra revealed to her audience that she's been struggling in the wake of backlash stemming from a comment she made on her podcast, Two Teeth in a Pod. During the episode, Tamra candidly shared that she believes she might be on the autism spectrum, a revelation that sparked widespread debate and critique. In her world where headlines are made from every word uttered, this statement did not slip by unnoticed. It triggered a flood of responses from fans, critics, and even experts in the autism community. Tamra's admission of feeling mentally overwhelmed in the aftermath has opened a new chapter in her reality TV journey, one where her emotional and mental well-being have come to the forefront. With her typical feisty spirit, Tamra has always been one to stand up for herself, but this time the toll on her mental health seems deeper. In recent interviews and on social media, she's expressed that the backlash has weighed heavily on her, admitting that her mental health isn't strong enough to withstand the level of criticism that has been hurled her way. For someone who has made a name for herself in the often cutthroat, emotionally charged arena of reality TV, these words struck a chord with many who follow her. The issue at hand stems from Tamra's offhand comment, where she said she's been doing some self-reflection and wonders if she may be on the autism spectrum. What she may have intended as a personal observation turned into a hotly contested topic. Many were quick to accuse her of making light of autism, with some arguing that such a revelation should be accompanied by a formal diagnosis rather than a casual mention. Others felt that her statement downplayed the experiences of those who live with autism every day. As the criticism poured in, Tamra found herself in a precarious situation balancing between her instinct to defend herself and the crushing weight of public opinion. This has left her vulnerable in a way that fans haven't often seen. The bravado that has carried her through countless on-screen feuds now seemed fragile, as she confessed the backlash was affecting her deeply. "I'm not in a place where my mental health is strong enough to deal with this," she said recently, sharing a side of herself that doesn't often make it to the Bravo cameras. Tamra's admission of emotional fragility was a stark contrast to her usual persona, one that's often ready to confront, argue, and take on the world. But underneath the fiery attitude that has made her a staple of reality TV, there is a person who, like anyone else, can struggle when the heat becomes too much. Tamra's experience highlights an issue that many public figures face: the unrelenting scrutiny of social media and the often unforgiving world of reality TV. The pressure to be perfect, to constantly engage with fans and critics, and to always stay relevant can create an emotional minefield. For someone like Tamra, who has built a career on transparency and boldness, the lines between personal vulnerability and public performance can blur, making it even harder to navigate backlash with ease. Her openness about her mental health, however, has sparked a different kind of conversation, one that resonates with a broader audience beyond the Real Housewives * fandom. In admitting that she's struggling, Tamra has made space for discussions about how fame and public perception can impact one's mental well-being. It's a conversation that feels particularly relevant in an era where social media allows for instant feedback, often unfiltered and harsh. The backlash against Tamra's Spectrum comment also points to a larger issue about how we talk about mental health and neurodiversity in the public eye. For some, her comment may have felt uninformed or insensitive, but for others, it may represent the journey of self-discovery that many people go through as they learn more about neurodivergence. Tamra, in her way, may be grappling with understanding herself, and while her delivery may not have been perfect, the reaction shows how complex these conversations can be. As Tamra tries to weather the storm, it's clear that her mental health is her primary focus. The backlash has made her retreat from her usual bold and unfiltered self, taking a step back from the nonstop drama that comes with being a reality TV star. "I need time to take care of myself," she shared, adding that her priority now is to focus on her emotional well-being rather than getting caught up in the endless cycle of social media debates. In the midst of this, Tamra has received support from many of her castmates, friends, and fans who understand the toll that mental health struggles can take. Fellow * Housewives * have expressed concern.